Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity.
예, 증화님, 예, 감사합니다. 출석 잘 받았습니다. 오늘도 와주셔서 감사합니다. 자, 존경하는 시청자 여러분 안녕하세요. 레드기어 TV 레드기어 인사드리겠습니다. 2024년 3월 26일, 예, 오늘은 킹덤컴 딜리버런스, 예, 27일차를 한번 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 안녕하십니까. 자, 오늘도 이렇게 해서 돌아오게 됐네요. 어제 제가 왔었어야 되는데 쉬었죠, 하루? 예, 죄송합니다. 어제 지금 예, 좀 오늘도 좀 쉴까 했었어요. 좀 허리가 많이 좀 아파가지고, 허리만 아픈 게 아니라 이빨도 아프고 정신이 없네요 지금. 오늘도 쉴까 하다가 좀 전까지 커뮤니티에다가 쉴까 쓰다가, 예, 그냥 하자, 예, 하고서 했습니다. 자, 그럼 시작 한번 해보겠습니다. 오늘부터는 바로바로 그냥 메인 스토리만 밀고서 킹덤컴도 빨리 끝내도록 하겠습니다. 자, 한번 시작해 볼게요. 자, 뭐 이런 거가 있긴 있죠. 이거 이 영화카 만났지 않나?
Who's the cat dragged in now?
예, 사사후에서 누가 고리를 다루는지 찾으라고 했었죠. 예, 맞아. 그래서 얘기를 해보니까는 다른 사람이 쓴다고 했고요.
Carry on barking at nothing and I'll make my humble greeting.
I need a
Well, now. Farewell.
여기도 아니고. 또 누가 다른 애가 안 보이는데. 예, 위로 올라가 볼까요? 여기 근처니까는 이거도 그냥 하는 김에 하려고 했는데, 아, 더 위구나. 여기도 그럼 가보면 되겠죠? 예, 여기도 가보면 되나? 내가 위에는 왜 안 갔었지? 아, 밑에서 쓸고 올라가는 건가? 여기에서 만나라고 했는데 아직은 안 만나고 우선은 위로 올라가서 여기 또 제대로 온 것 같은데? 응? 여긴 사람이 없는데? 사람이 없어. 레시액은 누구야? 여긴 사람이 없는데? 우선은 그럼 저기 가보자. 밥 먹고
Sorry I didn't
있는데.
come. I couldn't.
Well, that's nice. I waited for you.
I'm really sorry.
Sorry isn't enough.
Yes.
Good.
Right.
God be with you.
아니 이게 뭐야? 왜 평판이 하락하는 거야? 아침에 오라고 했던 게 있었던 건가?
Good day to you. What do you need?
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father?
이걸로
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Saradze Kobbler, investigating a grievous crime against the crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my bill of authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Don't think you're out of the woods yet.
Jesus Christ. See you later.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copper sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. I'd show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
If you don't cooperate, you'll be getting a lot worse than that from me.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
You've got a cheek. Not only are you in with the counterfeiter gang, but you lied to me on top of it. You should be on your knees begging for mercy right now. I'm not trying to make a profit.
I didn't know what they were doing.
But now you do know, and you've still got the cheek to try to strike a deal with me. So Radzig's definitely going to be hearing about this.
You're right. I'm sorry, I overstepped the mark. I certainly didn't mean to offend one of Lord Radzig's men. One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Young man, about that matter I need help with. I'll gladly pay you.
I'm not interested.
God be with you.
이 정신 나간 놈이 지가 죽을 거를 생각도 않고서 나한테 뭘 하자고 한다고? 미쳤구나. 지 눈앞에 보이는 이득 때문에 그런 말을 한다고 나한테? 야, 미쳤구나 진짜. 그냥 어찌됐든 집안이 풍지박산 날 건데
Yeah.
조금이라도 더 자기가 정직하게 얘기해서 살아남을 방법을 생각을 안 하고 야, 그러니까는 그냥 정신이 없는 거야.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They
얘한테
said
먼저
they could
말해봤었으면
not sleep at night. because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
자고 있는 거 깨워가지고.
Please bring me something to eat.
Greetings, good night.
I hear you've had some...
Problems? I should say so.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant.
So what did the overseer have to say?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't...
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver.
페인트 칠하는데
Once they
수은이
said the goods
필요한가?
never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same paint goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But when you care to buy something before you go, or play a game, I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Why not?
Good luck then.
huh. 야, 이거 먹어.
I'd like to strangle that wastrel of an overseer.
이게 나 술 레벨 5가 안 되잖아. 되네? 어서오세요, 프리오넬님. 안녕하세요. 오랜만에 뵙습니다. 오늘도 와주셔서 감사합니다. 아유, 제가 지금 몸이 안 좋아가지고, 어제도 그렇고, 오늘 그냥 쉴까 하다가, 계속 쉬면 또 그것도 아니니까. 그냥 쉴까 하다가 그냥 했습니다. 해야죠. 그렇다고 또 이게 그냥 또 아니 이게 그냥 쉬기에도 또 좀 그랬어요. 어제도 쉬었는데 일요일은 방송도 진행도 잠깐만 하고 그래가지고 저녁에 안 하고 낮에 해갖고 하고 그래가지고 그냥 하는 게 낫다 싶어가지고 했습니다. 네. 자, 얘도 빨리 엔딩을 봐야 돼가지고 아닙니다. 얘도 빨리 보고 엔딩 보고 또 다른 것도 하고 하려면은 빨리빨리 끝내고 하는 거가 이제 단돌이 짓고 해야 되니까 그래가지고 그냥 해야죠. 빨리빨리 해가지고 요즘 너무 몸이 안 좋아서 그러는 건지 힘드네요. 힘들어. 게다가 요즘에는 이게 구독자 안 느는 거 그런 거는 신경도 못 쓸 뿐더러 오히려 또 저거까지 안 나와가지고 그 조회수까지도 안 나오고 해가지고 그냥 이거를 이 상태로 밀고 가야 되나 아니면 그냥 좀 쉬어야 되나 그 생각까지 들고 답답하더라고요. 그래도 어떡하겠습니까. 한번 하기로 했으면 해야죠. 열심히 해야죠. 그러긴 한데 그래도 그냥 계속 하는 게 나을 것 같습니다. 우선
God be with you. Good luck then.
아니 근데 또 어디 갔어? 얘였나? 얘구나.
Greetings. What business have you?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
뭘 또 그렇군요.
Right.
그냥 넘어가야지.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get the copper sheets from.
Really? So tell me,
It's the smith on the monastery craftsman's yard. He supplies the counterfeiters.
do you know how he gets the goods to them?
No. All I know is that someone called Rapporteur collected the goods.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
이게 또 무슨 뭐
Goodbye.
레벨이 상승을 했다 그러네. 자, 그러면은 또 빨리 가야죠. 가서 여기를 우선 먼저 가고 B를 먼저 A, B, C, D, B를 가야죠. B를 먼저. 가까운 걸 먼저 가야 되나? 말을 듣고서 가는 게 훨씬 낫겠지. 자, 뭐 자꾸 레벨이 올랐다고 메시지가 이렇게 떠. 뭔가 기술도 올랐다고 했었던 것 같은데. 네, 기술도 올랐네요. 독서가 레벨이 또 올라가지고 3, 5, 7, 9, 14. 아, 지도 제작자. 요거를 하면은 그러면은 이제 지도가 싹 밝혀진다고 했어요. 지도가 진짜 다 열려버렸네. 지도가 열려버렸네. 새로운 인물도 또 여기 있다고 하고요. 그 뭐야, 잔뜩 가려져 있던 게 뻥 뚫려 버리니까는 뭔가 시원섭섭하다. 열어가는 맛도 있었을 건데. 임무가 또 이렇게 나와 있다고 하는데, 자, 아니 어딘데? 위에로 올라가야 되나? 이 돼지가 여기 와 있어. 또 왜? 깜짝이야. 위로 올라가는 건가 보네. 얘인가?
I hope I can be of help.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want...
It's not that I don't want.
왜 팔 수가 없냐? 협박을. 자,
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy!
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing, I mean before then.
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
자, 그러면은 요것도 됐고 이제 여기를 가서 세공 작업장을 확인을 해보겠습니다. 빨리빨리 끝을 내야 되는데 이게 이제 다른 거 안 하고 그냥 메인 스토리만 밀려고 하는데 메인 스토리 미는 것도 그렇게 쉽게 끝나지가 않네 이게. 자, 여긴가 보네요. 뭘 훔치기는. 조사하기 뭐 이런 게 없고 다 왜 자물쇠 열기야? 위로 올라가는 게 있었으니까 위로 한번 올라가 볼까요?
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment
술
from on
먹고
high,
술병 났다네.
or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly
술
biblical
먹고
proportions.
술병 난 거라네요.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
그에게 전할 말이 있습니다. 그가 제게 돈을 빌렸습니다.
He owes me money.
Naturally. Dice or boozing, was it? Pray do tell.
Both.
Sodom and Gomorrah are too good for the boy. Here you go. I'll dock his wages.
Thank you, Master. You're most kind. But I'd rather get it from him myself.
If you think he'll have anything to give, please yourself. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have
자,
any enemies?
이렇게 해서
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths?
What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bath-maid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
Goodbye.
자, 그러면은 대충 뭔가를 찾은 건가? 여기를 뭐 뒤지면은 안 될 것 같아요. 괜히 또 문제가 생길 것 같아요. 그러면은 또 다시 또 야 이거 왔다 갔다만 시키네 계속. 욕탕 주인 우선 목욕탕에 먼저 가야 되나 그럼? 야 저 애는 왜 불에 저러고 있냐? 너 미쳤냐? 나 미치겠네. 뭐요? 핫도그요? 어이가 없다.
Yeah.
야, 길 또 이상한 데로 왔나 본데. 야, 이거 못 들어가는, 어이씨, 들어왔네? 길이 아직 멀었구나 가려고 하면은. 이상한 데로 들어와가지고 나 지금 뭐 하는 건지 모르겠다.
Yeah.
다리를 건너가야 되네. 여기인가 이제?
Good evening.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
I'd like to know more about the kid.
God bless.
자, 그 여자애는 또 납치를 당했다 그러네. 자, 그러면 여기 제빵사니까 여기네요, 여기.
God save. How may God be with you.
아니, 플로리안인가 뭔가 아니 왜 난 빵이 아닌데? 이건가? 지하실이라며.
Good day to you.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dice for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
That doesn't matter.
No, I suppose not. I didn't want to get involved.
여자를 지켜주려고
Those
그런가
bastards
보다.
kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
That doesn't begin to justify what you did.
I don't care. This isn't about me. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Look, Florian, I'm sorry for what you're going through, honestly. But I'm not the only one who's after these people. As soon as they get wind of something, they'll be out of here and Esther will be gone with them.
If Rapiter finds I've told you anything, they'll kill her.
Not if I catch Rapiter first. He's here in town, isn't he?
Yes, he is. They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapiter. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me, everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
How did you hand over the punch die to them?
Rapita waited for me behind the church. I didn't want to give it to them without seeing Esther first.
And did they let you?
Yes, although I don't really know why. They took me to a derelict farm in the Skalitz Hills. My poor Esther, they'd scared her half to death.
So at least you know she's alive.
Who knows? It was a while ago. And they never let her go, even after I did what they wanted. They said they'd be needing more.
More punch dies?
They wear out over time. And they have to be replaced regularly.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Go. I hope you get revenge. God be with you.
뭐 내가 뭘 했는데 복수를 해? 자, 우선은 여기로 가는 게 아니야 또? 아, 어서 오세요, 사르르님. 어서 오세요. 아니, 휴가가 아니고 지금 조금 몸이 안 좋아가지고요. 허리도 아프고 지금 이빨도 또 아픈 게 또 다시 또 도져가지고 잠도 못 자고 밥도 못 먹고 지금 미치겠어요. 아, 아프니까요. 오늘도 쉴까 했어요, 솔직히. 오늘도 쉴까 하다가 야, 이거 이렇게 쉬면 안 되지. 그래가지고 그냥 월요일 쉬었고, 일요일 날에는 제가 아침에 공포게임 잠깐 하고서 또 쉬었잖아요. 근데 아무리 그래도 할 거는 해야죠. 더군다나 요즘에 더 조회수도 떨어지고 그래가지고 해야죠. 계속 이 유튜브가 계속 하다 보면 터지는 거니까 해봐야죠. 알겠습니다.
Why are you just sitting around?
Why not? Admiring the view. People just do not appreciate a lovely view these days.
Does the name Rapita ring any bells for you?
Rapota, you say? Rapota. No, I can't hear any bells ringing at all.
자,
Look, you little jester, I'm investigating a crime against the king on the direct orders of Sir Radzig. Are you really going to keep pretending you don't know anything?
Hang on! What's all this about a crime against the king? I'm just keeping an eye on things. When a wagon comes in, I make sure nobody robs it. I get a commission for that, that's it.
See? That didn't hurt a bit. Where's Rapata?
I don't know. He's been staying in town lately. He hardly ever shows up here. It seems he's keeping an eye on someone there. I don't know who.
Who comes to fetch them?
I don't know. Some people. They don't speak, just look mean. Take the goods and go.
또 말로 조져야 되나?
Bit of friendly advice. You're wasting your time here. Rapata's scarpered and won't be coming back this way anytime soon. You might as well pack up and go home.
What? That bastard owes me 12 groschen. Damn it! Now what? Well, no use hanging around here anyway. In any case, thanks for the information. I could have been stuck here for weeks.
자, 완복도. 얘도 빨리 끝내야죠. 빨리 끝내야지. 완복도 또 야, 빨리 가. 이건 뭐야? 아니 왜? 아니 이게 돌다가 말아? 왜 돌다가 말았지? 아이 뭔 쓸데없는 거를. 이게 그리고 과식하지 말았어야 되는데 딱 저거에 맞춰서 됐는데 과식으로 돼버리네. 돼지가 나와버리네. 야 이거 뭐야? 퀘스트가 사라져 버렸는데? 라포타가 어디 있는지 알고 찾아. 출퇴근 시간 감시를 아우. 자, 사람은 몸이 건강해야 되는데 여러분들은 몸 건강하게 아픈 데 없이 몸 관리 잘 하시길 바랍니다. 어렸을 때 몸 관리를 제대로 했었어야 되는데 그러질 못해서 또 나이 먹고 몸이 아픈 거죠. 이렇게 보면 또 내가 진짜 진짜 많이 나이 먹은 사람 같이 얘기하는 것 같네. 근데 이제 나이 많이 먹었지. 아, 그리고 하나 지금 말씀드릴 게 있는데 토요일 언제야? 이번 주는 아니고 4월 달부터 아마 토요일 날 4월 20일경 10일경부터인가 토요일 날 제가 낮에 뭘 좀 배우러 가요. 11주 동안 무슨 교육을 받거든요. 강사 무슨 자격 비슷한 거를 한번 배워보려고 그래가지고 나이 많이 드신 분들 대상으로 뭐 이렇게 인터넷 배우고 핸드폰으로 이렇게 하는 그런 강사 같은 거를 하는 거를 아마 배울 것 같아요. 그래가지고 나중에 뭐 채널을 하나 더 파든 그래가지고 그런 거를 배워가지고 올려서 그리고 이렇게 나이 드신 분들한테 가르쳐 드리는 동영상을 아마 만들 것 같기도 하고 그래요. 다른데 이렇게 어디 강의 나가고 하는 그런 거지만은 저는 다른 데는 강의는 나갈 정도로 그렇게 막 그 정도는 아니고 그냥 이제 유튜브로 영상 같은 걸 만들어 가지고 그렇게 하려고 합니다. 채널을 하나 더 파든 해서 그렇게 해서 강의 같은 거 해가지고 하는 거를 한번 해보려고 해요. 그 강의하는 거를 한번 배워보려고요. 제가 가르치는 거죠. 내가 누굴 가르칠 그게 될 게 아닐 건데. 그러니까는 한 11주 동안 이제 그런 교육 받으려고 한번 해보려고 해요. 그래서 그런 걸 잘 접목을 해서 유튜브 채널을 하나 새로 파전해서 이 채널은 계속 게임 채널로 하고 나이 드신 분들 상대로 하는 교육 채널은 아마 따로 뭐 만들어서 할 수도 있는 거고 뭐 제 뜻은 그렇긴 한데 뭐 그게 제가 그렇게 한다고 해서 또 말만 그렇게 해놓고서 또 그게 마음대로 되지 않을 수도 있으니까. 이쪽으로 가야 되나 그럼? 빵 있는 쪽으로? 아니 말 앞에 있는데 뭘 휘파람을 불고 그래. 이게 하여튼 아마 4월부터 아마 그 토요일날 아마 그 교육을 받으러 갈 건데 3시부터 교육인가 그래가지고 시간이 어정쩡하게 안 맞아버리면 아마 토요일은 아마 방송을 못 할 수도 있어가지고 미리 말씀을 드리려고 합니다. 뭐 제대로만 시간 잘 나고 맞아 떨어지면은 상관없는데 그게 아니게 되면은 또 못 할 수도 있으니까는 그때 봐서 다시 한번 자세하게 말씀을 드린다고 생각할게요. 여기 있나? 아직 있네? 얘 아직 있지? 그러면은 얘 나올 때를 기다려서 야, 나 왜 갇혀서 안 움직이냐? 하여튼 그렇게 될 거라는 거를 미리 말씀을 드리겠습니다. 너네
Are you Rappator by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
다 안돼?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course, of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
야, 이게 그냥 공격해로 하면은 안 될 것 같은데?
Vic? Vic?
이거 못 잡네.
Vic?
아니 계속
To heal, Mutt. Vic? No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
해치려고
Tell me
그랬는데.
where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have any other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
거기 애들 다 죽었는데?
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst. He had it pulled
아니
down.
태클도 안 되고
Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue,
태클도 안 되고
can confer his estate on
걔 잡으라 해가지고 쫓아가면은 내가 숨이 벅차서 뛰다가 숨이 벅차서 또 잡지도 못하고
All because Vincent had refused to fight for him
죽는
against
줄
Sir
알았네.
Prokop. Sir Yezhek led a revolt from the vassals.
말을 탔어야 되는데.
Rounded them all up, only Sir Yezhek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Yezhek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Yezhek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get run off back, take me into his service.
너는 그래서 이제 죽어야겠네.
You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Yezhek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Yezhek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there.
죽여야 되죠, 이거. 이제 죽여야지.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
이거 뭐야, 잡아가는 거야? 잡아갔네? 잡아갔네? 여긴 어디야? 울리히 도움을 받아라. 이건 또 뭐야? 스칼리츠 광산. 스칼리츠 또 가야 돼? 아유, 지겹다, 지겨워. 아침에 밥도 아니고 그냥 국수 조금 먹고서 지금까지 아무것도 안 먹었는데 와 미치겠다. 어떻게 해야 되나 이거? 또 여자애한테도 오라고 얘기가 나왔는데 이게 번개치네 여기서. 얘 또 자고 있나? 그러네.
I finally found out where the forger's workshop is. Master Feifar was right. The forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to do this. Lead on.
뭐야, 벌써 왔어 또? 여기가 광산 입구인데? 이쪽으로 가야지. 그래도 A라고 찍혀 있으니까. 아니 바로 여기를 또 와버리네. 아니 어디야? 아 여기네.
Who's there? What are you doing? Tired of life, are you? Hello!
Right now.
All of you, gather here!
I'll send.
이게 눈앞에서 활 쏘고 앉았네. 이게. 미쳤나? 어머 어머 어머. 아 영감님 아니잖아.
Not so brave now, are you?
아 영감님 죽어버렸어. 미쳐버리겠네. 아 영감님 죽어버렸어. 답답하다 진짜. 아 답답하네 진짜. 뭐야 다시 얘 잡으러 가는 거에서부터 시작하는 거야? 아 영감님 죽여버리고 이게 뭐하는 짓이냐. 미안해요 영감님. 난 나쁜 놈인 줄 알고서 계속 때렸어. 아유 진짜 내가 죽일 놈이지. 또 잡아야 돼? 야, 이 말 내릴 때도 조심해야겠다.
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me?
No, but I'm hoping to. It'll only take a moment. I know that you... None.
Of course.
So?
이번에 말 타서 죽었어. 아니 왜 내려?
야.
To heal, mutt.
No, I give up.
So, are you ready to...
I will. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the works... Don't worry. That doesn't narrow it.
On the eastern side.
그죠? 말을 미리 준비했잖아요.
Who is your lord?
So Yezhek.
What happened?
말을 준비를 했잖아요. 말을.
But Vincent, all because Sir Yezhek.
Who are you?
They call me.
And how did you...
I helped him.
So you saw...
I thought if
Well, after this little...
it's all that
So who... Such as?
we were off
And apart from that?
in the camp.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang.
An honourable...
네 평판은 난 생각 없어. 네 평판이 어쨌든 너는 죄 졌으면 감옥 가야지. 내가 죽이면은 내가 살인범 되잖아. 왜 지 생각만 하니? 어머, 너는 여기 틈이 없었는데 어디서 나온 거야? 영감님한테 가가지고 하기 전에 쟤한테 얘기를 먼저 해야겠다. 어우. 우선 저기 가가지고 뭐 요한카 만나서 뭐 하라는 것만 이거 메인만 하기로 하긴 했었는데 요거는 바로 눈앞에 있는 거니까 저것만 한번 해볼게요. 여기는 해 뜨고 비 오는데 호랑이 장가가는 날이네.
God be with you, Henry.
Morning.
Thanks for coming. Well,
아유.
Sure.
God be with you.
야, 가자면 왜 문을 닫냐? 내가 나가는데.
How's life here in Sasau?
Much the same as in Scarlet's. That is, before everything. It's quieter now. Most of the work has been done, and everyone is waiting to see what the harvest will be like. Then everyone will be on their feet from dawn to dusk.
I pray it'll be a good harvest. So we have
이건
supplies
또 왜
for
길바닥에서
winter
누워서
and
자고
seed
있어?
in spring.
God's truth. A couple of bad harvests and we'd be in danger of famine. Well, let's hope it will be good. Every grain counts, especially now, with all sorts of bandits roaming the country, and a great army, too.
I hope Sir Radzik and Sir Hannes get it all sorted out before the harvest.
If those marauders carry on, they'll plunder the whole province. And then where will we be?
The best thing would be to hide the supplies, bury them underground.
so the bandits don't find them.
But what if they threaten the villagers? Most people would be happier to give up their supplies than have their farms burnt down or their livestock herded off.
Livestock can be hidden in the woods. Pa told me about it once.
Maybe. You can't hide a farmhouse, or whole families. What if they take your children and threaten to cripple them, or the farmers? You can't do much work in the fields with your arms broken. And in the winter it's even worse. They might as well dig your grave.
The Radzig would never allow that to happen, though. He'd come with his garrison, and those bastards who harassed his subjects would soon be hanging from the nearest tree.
I'd be happier, though, if they all moved on and left us in peace.
What if they don't move on, then? Then the only answer is cold steel.
You men and your endless fighting.
말 참 속편하게 한다.
How are things with the infirmary? Did they give you a bit more coin at least?
Unfortunately not. They said there'll be no more until St. Havel's Day.
But that's still a long way off.
I know. On St. Havel's Day, the payments come from the surrounding villages and the outlying farms. Some of them are supposed to pay in chickens, eggs, or other things, but a lot pay in groschen. Then they might give us more.
이거 뭐 어디까지 가냐 너? 나 이거 괜히
Since we're
했나
going to the
또?
market square, I could buy some meat at the butcher's.
You buy that often? I thought you said you had to save every groschen you can.
That's true, but you wouldn't believe the things those monks think up.
How's that?
You know they're forbidden to eat red meat. It's a sin. Saint Benedict forbade it.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I until recently. But that's not all. The thing is, they have an exception to the rule. They can eat red meat if they're sick, so they recover faster. Then, it's not a sin. So some of them are always coming along with all sorts of ailments. So they can lie around in the infirmary and eat meat. Of course, the monks have precedence, so I have to go to the butcher's. And then, there's not enough money for other things.
Well, you learn something new every day.
I've even heard tell that there was
스님들만
a monk
고기를 안
who
먹는
tried
게
to
아니라
eat pigs in a
옛날에는
pond at one time.
수도살도 고기를 못 먹었다는 거야?
To prove they're water creatures. The monks are allowed to eat water creatures, you see. Not only fish, but even beavers and the like.
That's good. I'd never come up with something like that. And how did it end up?
I don't know. Maybe they drowned.
That's good, though. I must remember that one.
야 어디까지 가냐 너? 아 답답하다. 야 말 태워줄까?
How is it, being in the service of Sir Radzig?
Well, it's a wonder he took me on at all after I lost his sword in Scanners. But it's great. For someone like me, I lost everything, and he gave me a second chance. And even a new home of sorts, if you know what I mean.
I understand. I'm glad you found your feet with Sir Radzig. That you found your place in the world again, and that...
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll surely find your place too eventually.
I hope so.
너 뭔데? 아. 야 내가 잡았어 야.
Listen. When she visits you, the Virgin Mary, what does she look like?
Like I said, like that picture above the altar. She just appears in a kind of golden glow.
확 물어라고 시킬까 그냥?
And then?
Then she beckons to me, and things start to appear.
야 물어.
Pictures of all kinds.
좀
They
물어.
look like the paintings in church, but moving, glowing with fire and lots of colors and this golden light.
My, that's really something.
빨리빨리 좀 가. 야, 날 다 새겼다. 날 다 새. 너 너무하다 생각 안 하냐?
How is Matthias doing?
No change. He's lying in a fever and nothing helps. I'm really afraid for him.
He'll get better. Don't you worry. He's a tough little bugger. No fever is going to beat him.
I hope you're right. Actually, it does look like his fever is dropping a bit. But maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Oh.
Johanker, what are you actually going to do when we get to the market square?
Actually, I haven't thought about it much. I have to pass on the message from Our Lady to the people. So I'll stand somewhere and tell them what I saw in my dream. Like the itinerant preachers who are always wandering around the land.
I see. And have you ever done anything
양갱
like that?
좋아하죠?
No, I haven't.
왜 갑자기
But
물어보세요,
it can't
사르르님?
be all that hard, can it?
I couldn't say. But I'm sure you can do it.
좋아는 옛날엔 되게
Lady
좋아했는데 지금은 좀 달아가지고 그렇게 많이는 안 먹을 것 같아요. 밤양갱이요?
Holy Mary, you have given me this task.
좋아요?
Now please give me the strength and courage to speak.
밤양갱이란
And
노래가
let me find
나왔는데
the right
좋다고요?
words when I have need of them. Look down on me in your mercy,
오,
and let me not fail you. Amen.
뭐예요? 얘가 또 그럼 뭐 막 빛나?
Henry, I'm a bit worried. I never spoke to people like that before. I've no idea what to say. They'll all laugh at me.
왜 왔어?
Have no fear. You can do it. If you didn't have what it took, Our Lady wouldn't have chosen you, would she?
I
에? 뭔 소리예요? 이게?
suppose you're right,
뭘 틀어요?
but it's still hard for me.
Think of Matthias.
아 링크
You want him to
주신다고요?
recover, don't you?
Yes. If
아이
I don't let her down,
밤양갱 제가
surely
찾아보면
heal
되죠
him for
뭐.
me.
That's the spirit. Enough beating around
제가
the bush.
찾아보면 되죠
Go and let him
밤양갱.
have it.
All right.
아 후원하지 마세요.
Here goes. Take care.
제가 찾아보면 되죠.
The Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary came to me in a dream. And she showed me things. Things I've never seen before. A great city. A great and beautiful city it was.
아
Great
그래요?
and beautiful.
양갱을 먹고 싶게 만드는 노래예요?
Many
한
spires.
개짜리를 안 팔아요?
Tall spires. Golden in the sunlight.
아
And
양갱을
around
먹고
the
싶게
city
만드는
was
노래예요?
a mighty wall. All this she showed to me.
약간씩?
Then the city was suddenly engulfed in flames. The earth began to shake and the gate burst open. Holes opened up in the ground, and from them beasts of hell leapt forth. They broke down the walls and stormed the city through the broken gate. And the beasts hunted down all the sinners. They sank their fangs into their burning flesh and tore them to pieces mercilessly. And the sinners screamed and tried to flee them, but it was in vain. But then Our Lady appeared. Mary, the Holy Mother of God. She covered the whole city in her cloak, smothered the flames, and drove out the beasts. The penitent sinners came out of the city, knelt before the Virgin in prayer, and thanked her for their salvation. That is the vision that came to me. And I believe this message was not meant for me alone. It was a warning to us all. We are those sinners, and we must once again build those mighty walls. Not from stone
or wood, but from virtue and love for our neighbor. And whoever has sinned and acted unrighteously must repent and change their ways.
나도 한번 밤양갱을 한번 먹어봐야겠다 오늘. 이빨도 아파가지고 먹을 것도 제대로 못 먹었는데 밤양갱이라도 한번 먹어봐야겠다. 밤양갱.
That lass doesn't hold Isn't she that lass who worked for Brother Nicodemus?
야, 또 어디 갔는데?
She spoke well. I'd like to see those beasts.
Shameless she is. Putting ideas into people's
Do you
heads.
think she'll carry on with it?
Or all she wants is
The Virgin Mary sent her to us.
You saw how the fellas was gaping at her.
Very important. The way you spoke, it sounded so true. I even had a feeling the earth shook beneath my feet when you spoke. I have some trouble, and I didn't know who to go to until I heard you speak.
Not now. Please. I can't.
But you were just talking about helping your neighbor.
Oh, all right. But quickly, I beg you.
It's about my husband, Ambrose, the tailor. He's good to me. He's an honest tradesman and a skilled one. But he keeps playing dice. He sits at that table late into the night, and more than once he lost a small fortune.
자, 이거 이러다가
Sorry
오늘
to hear that. But I don't know how I could help.
방송 이러다가 이 얘기 이거 못 해가지고 끝나는 거 아니야?
He won't listen to me. I'm at a loss what to do. I thought maybe if you were to go and have a word with him.
연병한다.
All right. I'll come and see you when I have some time to spare.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
야, 빨리 얘기해.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
Let's talk about it later. Right now, Guta, the Sasau tailor's wife, came to talk to me, and she was quite desperate. Did you hear?
아니 못 들었어.
No, I didn't. What did she want?
She said she's having some trouble with her husband, Ambrose. He's constantly playing dice, and she doesn't know how.
아, 내가 무슨 개 도박하는 것까지 뭘?
And she thought maybe I could help.
So give her some advice then.
But I don't know what to tell her. Our lady didn't prepare me for anything.
도끼로
like
손가락
that.
잘라버린다 그래야. 내가 사람들한테 헛바람 불어넣고 있어. 야, 네가 사람들한테 헛바람 불어넣은 거야.
Oh, that's what you wanted, isn't it? Your words didn't fall on deaf ears, and now you can't let people down when they come to you.
I suppose you're right. We ought to try and do something.
We?
Be quiet and think. We have to find a way.
Jesus, you're really full of holy fire.
Stop blaspheming and start thinking how we can get Ambrose to give up his dice playing.
왜 그걸 나한테 하라고 그러냐고.
Supposing Ambrose were to lose enough to make him regret it. If he were to lose something really important. Mal was used to scold me by saying, one day you'll go too far and then you'll be sorry.
That's it, Henry. Ambrose has to realize for himself how he's harming others, and most of all his wife and himself. Thank you.
Glad to be of help.
But I can't go anywhere. Never mind playing dice in taverns. I've too much work to do.
지랄을 한다.
You could.
그럴 시간 없어.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have time for that now.
Henry, please do it for me. You said yourself we mustn't let people down.
아, 지금 바쁘다고.
Sorry, but I really have more important things to deal with than some hopeless dice player.
But I must carry out the will of
뭐
the
네가
Blessed
해.
Virgin, and you must help me to do it. Please, go and see the tailor's wife if you should happen to be passing.
미친 거 아니야? 미쳤나 봐. 아우 그냥 메인 하자. 메인 안 되겠다 야. 정신 나갔어. 뭔 도박. 미치겠다 진짜. 메인 스토리 깨기도 시간 없어 죽고 하는데 무슨 뭐. 나 미치겠다. 혼자서 할 때면은 뭐 그냥 아유 몰라 그냥 천천히 하면 되지 하겠지만 저거 쓸모없이 그냥 주사위 도박한다고 또 거기에다 시간을 먹고 그러면은 아 나 답 안 나온다 진짜. 미치겠다 진짜. 자 세이브는 됐어요. 일단 저기 제 연설 끝나고서 세이브 된 걸로 됐어요. 얘 또 어디 갔어? 아 나 미치겠네 진짜.
I finally found out where the Master Faith are. The end. No idea what to. I will do.
이번에는 꼭 안 죽이고 데려가야겠다. 저장이 됐네 여기서. 참나. 아니 뭐 어쩌고 저쩌고 하면서 왜 도박을 나보고 하라고 그래. 그게 네가 얘기하는 그 성모님의 뜻이냐? 어이가 없다. 남 도박 끊는데 내가 왜 그거를.
Well now. Raise the alarm! Watch out! To arms!
Fucking hell!
To hell!
Oh,
Come here, Lily Liver.
야 뭐 이렇게 사람 많어?
Raise the alarm! Watch out! Call that cop back. Where can you back?
뒤에서 두드러 패고 자빠졌네.
You're dead!
Lost your ring, have you?
You'll get the fall.
아니 옆에서 두드러 패고 있어. 칼 붙잡고 있는데 와 미치겠다. 졌어.
Take that!
What now? Are you afraid, boy?
죽어. 어머 씨, 나 이거 뭐여? 피난다. 아유, 오랜만에 또 이거 써보네. 붕대 쓰고 나 그 뭐시기냐 저거 라자루스 물약. 아니 내가 먹어야지 뭘 바르기는. 그리고 뒤졌어. 챙길까? 돈도 없는데 얘들. 믿음직한 동료. 이렇게 싸구려밖에 없냐. 얘는 뭐 화살이 4개요. 이거 1,000원인데 1,000원인데 뭐 이렇게 칼도 많어? 도끼도 있고. 너도 나 같은 애구나. 어머, 뭐 이렇게 많어? 다 어디 갔대? 돈도 나 지금 만 얼마 있는데 이거를 굳이 챙겨야 되나? 그래도? 나 지금 에너지 찾고 있긴 있는 거지? 영감님 어디 갔어? 횃불 켰는데도 안 보여 여기. 여기 막혔네. 그나마 다행이네. 막혔네. 영감님 싸우고 있나? 혼자서? 여긴가 본데?
Jesus Christ, who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that.
I have no choice, as you are aware.
뭐 싸워야 돼요?
Kill him. He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason, my master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lock this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there is nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kubila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me, as I have many times before. Farewell, Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
어디 갔어 이 새끼? 어디 갔어? 너 일로 와 임마.
Please, please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go. Let's go. Master Fayfire is very keen to meet you.
또 이러다가 뺏긴다. 아니네. 나의 예상을 뒤엎네 또.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfire. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rate. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
겁내 갑옷이 더럽다. 가야지. 오. 오. 아, 구두쟁이 안 가. 아, 성질나네 갑자기. 뭔 운명이고 도박 중독이고 뭘 내가 이거 도박 해주잖아요? 그럼 또 딴 애가 와서 뭐 해달라고 하는 거 또 얘기한다. 뭐 사람을 무슨 뭐 동네 호구로 하러. 어? 이거 해주면은 이것도 해줘 저것도 해줘. 안 해. 열받네 갑자기. 뭘 자꾸 해줘야 지가 했든지 도박이든 뭐든. 왜 자꾸 뭘 해줘야 해주는 버릇없이. 어우, 치즈 버려. 분명히 이게 그 뭐 해주면은 쟤 같은 애들은 꼭 그런다니까. 이거 하나 해주면 어머 야 다른 사람이 또 와가지고 뭐 도와달래. 그것도 해줘. 그거 해주면 한 3번은 굴려 먹을 것 같아. 어머 쟤도 또 도와달라고 그래. 그것도 해줘. 계속 그럴 것 같아. 그 상상만 해도 막 머리가 막 쥐가 날 것 같아. 짜증나. 지금까지 그 마리안가 제가 해달라는 것 때문에 지금 몇 번을 끌려댕겼는데요. 그러니까는 사람이 너무 좋아서만도 안 돼. 끊을 때는 끊고 아닐 때는 아니다라고 확실하게 끊어버려야 돼. 안 그러면은 계속 저래. 망할 놈의 라타이 토너먼트 아주. 아 근데 나 왜 이렇게 염세적으로 변한 것 같지? 야 대장 아니 말하다가 말어.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more
얘도
thing from you.
해주네.
Whatever you command.
미쳐버리겠네 진짜.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
그냥 자기가 갖고 있으면 되지. 왜 또 버나드한테 줘가지고 버나드 만나러 가야 된다는 거 아니야.
What do the likes of us know?
미치겠다. 버나드는 또 저기 꼭대기에 있는 앤데 아닌데? 지금? 평상시에 있던 데 안 있고 또 이상한 데 있냐? 아이고. 아이 어딨어 이 양반. 아 나 미쳐버리겠다 진짜. 아니 평상시엔 구경도 못한 데 있어. 어디요? 괴롭다. 아닌가? 구경했던 데인가? 여긴가? 아니 여기 아닌데? 아저씨 어디 있는 거야 진짜. 아유 괴롭다 괴로워. 아니 또 이건 또 뭐야? 아 사적인 공간이래. 아유 머리 아프다. 여긴 누구네인데? 아 행정관 네요? 아 행정관 맞아. 행정관이 여기 있었지. 아 왜 잠을 새요? 나 길 어디로 나가나요?
I'm honored that a knight.
아 빨리 가 아저씨. 아유 좀 왜 길... 아유
Hey, who's there?
아 밤 시간이요? 원래? 얘는 또 뭐야? 아, 미치겠다. 듣도 못한데 이렇게 있어. 또 여기 아니라고만 해봐. 여기 아니야. 미치겠다. 아, 나 진짜. 얘씨 여기 있어? 아닌데? 아, 여기 위에 있어? 아니잖아. 여기야? 아, 미치겠네. 우선 집에 가서 자고서 아, 우리 이쁜이랑 결혼 못한다고 하니까 집에도 오기 싫어. 제 얘기라. 그러면 안 돼요.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the ratte tournament?
그래, 그래도 나 옷도 꼬매주고 그러는데, 어머. 옷도 꼬매주고 데이트도 해주고 그럼 뭐. 그래도 말 한마디는 해야지. 얘 또 다른 데 가서 잔다. 진짜 마음이 떠났나봐. 어? 여기도 없는데? 그런가봐요. 각방 썼나? 없어졌는데? 없어졌는데? 일로 들어왔는데? 자기야 어디 갔니? 너 어디 갔니? 어머. 사라졌어. 어? 밖에 있는데? 너 일로 들어왔었잖아. 너 왜 밖에 있니? 저기요.
I've got something for you. I hope you won't need them, but just in case.
Thank you.
옷 꼬매줄래?
I've got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here. Isn't it heavy?
Wouldn't you like to take a...
It's a bit late.
알았어. 그래도 진짜 와, 이거 거의 한 1년 가까이인가? 이거 하면서 내가 진짜 나는 쟤랑 결혼한다고 생각하고서 진짜 온갖 정성을 쏟았는데 그래도 아침에 일어나서 데이트하러 가자. 아. 이 2에서 결혼 안 시켜주기만 해봐 아주 그냥. 에서 결혼 안 시켜주기만 해봐 아주. 가만 안 둘 거예요 다들. 아 그래도 이 기간 동안은 되게 뭐라고 해야 되나 행복한 꿈을 꿨던 것 같아요. 행복한 꿈을. 게임 속의 여자지만은 그래도 내가 얘를 위해서 얼마나 그 온갖 그 노력과 정성과 막 이런 걸 얼마나 많이 했어.
If I didn't know you, you'd have given me a fright in that armor.
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
기분 좋았지. 기분 좋았지. 아무리 게임이라지만 기분 좋았지. 진짜 보면은 막 그 게임 속 캐릭터 좋아하고 막 그러는 게 어떻게 보면은 만화 속 캐릭터 좋아하고 그러는 게 이렇게 이런 것만 겪어도 또 공감이 간다니까. 아유 저거 봐 저렇게 부끄럽게 웃는 거 보면 안 좋아할 수가 있냐고. 안 좋아할 수가 있냐고. 아 모드 같은 걸로 컴퓨터에서 모드 같은 걸로라도 결혼해가지고 같이 집 사가지고 막 살고 그러는 거 있으면 참 좋겠다. 그럼 내 PC판 살 텐데. 아 나 PC
See you again sometime.
그러고 보니까 나 PC판 나 있어. 맞아 PC판 있어요 저 이거. 스팀은 아니고 에픽 게임즈라서 될지 안 될지 모르겠지만. 에픽도 되겠지. 다시 가야지. 에헤이 그러면 안 돼요. 그래 맞아. 그러면 안 돼. 맞아. 제가 바람을 패서 도망간 것도 아니고 여기서 지금 결혼을 못한다 뿐인데 거기서 맘이 떠나가면 안 되지. 내가 잠시 미쳤나 보다. 그러니까는 남자라는 생물이 바로 눈앞에 있는 것만 보고 그러는 게 많아가지고 어쩔 수 없어. 또 이상한 데 있다. 나 이 망할 놈의 아저씨 이거 진짜 짜증나 뒤지겠네 진짜.
You'll find it nowhere else.
Green cabbage! Get it before we go
어딨어? 이 양반 여기서 또 안 나와. 여긴가봐. 아닌데? 어디요? 아 나 미치겠다 진짜. 아 이 거지같은 양반아 진짜. 이게 감옥 같은데? 아니 감옥 같은 데가 아니고 감옥이네. 아이 사적인 공간이래 또. 아 나 미치겠다. 아이 영감님 어디 간 거요? 아저씨 영감님 어디인지 알아요? 와 미치겠다. 딱 지도 보면 바로 뒤잖아 또. 아, 이 양반 보면 진짜 칼질 한번 할까? 아니 바로 앞이야 또. 너 멍멍멍 하지 마 이 새끼야. 시끄러 죽겠어 아주. 어? 이렇게 책이 많어? 왜 장구대만 하고 자빠졌어? 말하기 하자고 계속 말 걸어도 아 왜 이러고만 있네? 미치겠다. 아이 사적인 공간이야 왜 자꾸. 아유 나 미치겠다 진짜. 아니 왜 있던 자리에 안 있고 왜 엉뚱한 자리에 와 있어가지고 나 왜 이 고생을 하게 만드냐고. 그러니까 누굴까. 아유 나 미치겠다 진짜. 아우 짜증나. 여기도 아니야. 이 위요? 이 위요? 이 위에 없잖아. 아니 설마 이 위에 올라가 있다고? 여긴 아닐 거 아니야. 좀 미치겠다. 어우 성질나. 딱 그림만 보면 여긴데. 여긴가 봐. 무단 침입 중이래. 아 미치겠다. 어디 있는데? 여기요? 야 너는 경비 안 치고 뭐하냐? 공기 빠져가지고 미치겠다. 야 네 대장 찾아와봐 빨리.
Asparagus that'll cut you in half and cucumbers that'll cure what ails you.
아니 버나드한테 아 버나드는 밖에 원래 있던 자리에 있고 아까 전에 지금 밑으로 내려갔던 그 감옥 위치가 내가 또 제대로 간 거였네. 내가 왜 B자를 못 봤지? 와, 괴롭다. 아, 속상하다. 아, 정말 싫다. 어우, 어우, 갑자기 막 머리에서 또 지진 날라 그래. 어우, 어우 아파. 어우 아파. 아, 영감님.
I need the key to Yezhek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
Don't take it that way. He probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink me. But that's where he's wrong.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Can you teach me how to do...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone...
All right.
배울 수 있다.
Now.
아싸. 방어가 11이 됐는데 할 수 있는 게 없어요. 하나가 더 올라야 돼요. 하나가 더 오르면은 이제 무게가 더 훅 줄어드네요. 무게가 확 더 줄어드네. 감방은 어떻게 갔더라? 감방이 일로 가는 거지? 그지? 됐어. 야, 이 새끼야.
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
너 뒤져.
To me of all people.
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor,
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
do you really want to question the authority of the Margrave?
I've always been loyal to the crown, but what can I do when the Margrave stole my fief?
That's not why we're here. I don't care about your conflict with the Margrave. It's your crimes against the king I'm worried about. The king you say you've always been so loyal to.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who were you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being
나
recruited.
저기 사사오에서 나 감옥에 처박았던 놈도
Old friends.
잡아먹을 수 있겠다.
Just a
잘하면.
couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so. This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
Why would Sir Radzig want your allegiance? You're a criminal and that's how you'll be treated.
나는 범죄자들이랑 타협 안 해. 어디서 나한테 이빨 깔라고 이 자식들이. 범죄자들이랑 타협 안 해 이 자식들아. 근데 나 지금 문 제대로 안 닫은 것 같은데 열쇠 이거 안 한 것 같은데. 더군다나 이거 하는 애도 없어. 사형 시켜 빨리. 나 씻으려고 그랬어.
For the love of God.
씻으려고 그랬어. 씻으려고. 우리 라드직 오빠는 또 어디 있을까? 얘들 한 번씩 찾으려면 내가 이게 막 머리가 깨져. 여기가 아니네 또. 밑에냐? 아 여기 또 문이 안 열려. 왜 안 열려? 사장님, 여기 아닌데? 사장님, 우리 형님 어디 갔대? 우리 대장 보스 어디 갔대? 또? 우회층이요? 혹시? 우회층인가 본데? 왜 얘들은 한 군데 안 있을까? 여기 있네.
G'day, Henry.
밥 먹고
So
있었구만.
what have you learned?
나는 개고생
All
시키고
sorts of
밥
things.
먹고 있었구만.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Yezhek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
뭐야?
But if someone at the monastery is perpetrating...
True enough. Why don't I go and arrest King...
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to...
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Yezhek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
you should return to Sasso and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Yezhek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasso and try to find them.
I think I know where I could ask. I helped at the infirmary in Sasau, and there was a wounded man there by the name of Thomas, a suspicious type to say the least. He might know something.
Good. I'd rather see you seeking out better company, but that can't be helped. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much.
알고 있으면서도 그런 걸 시키냐 자꾸.
As you command, sir.
예잭한테 얘기도 안 했는데 뭘 얘기를 한다고. 개고생 시켜놓고 위에서 밥 먹고 앉았네. 해야 될 게 또 따닥따닥 있네요. 와. 세사의 행정관에게 모집책에 대해 물어봐라. 모집책에 물어봐라. 모집책에 물어봐라. 모집책에 대해 들어봐라. 토마스. 이거 얘한테 물으면 한 방에 끝나지 않을라나? 얘한테 물어보면 한 방에 끝날 수도 있을 것 같아요. 자, 오늘은 얘한테 물어보는 걸로 해가지고 여기까지 하는 걸로 하도록 할게요. 얘기를 그러니까는 거기에 가서 얘기한다고 해서 바로 얘기가 방송이 끝나는 건 아니겠죠. 뭔가 좀 진행이 되겠지만 오늘은 그러니까 얘기에 가서 또 얘기를 들어보고서 하는 걸로 한 다음에 방송을 종료를 하도록 하겠습니다. 아유 죄송해요. 좀 솔직하게 말하면은 또 지금 머리에 헤드셋 쓰고 있는데 헤드셋 머리에 감싼 것만으로 해도 막 머리가 지금 솔직히 말하면은 두통이 좀 오네요. 막 쪼개질 것 같아요. 늙으면 죽어야 돼야 그러니까 아유 와 힘들다 이거. 그나저나 이제 우리 사르르님이 얘기해줬던 양갱송이라고요? 양갱송이에요? 밤양갱송이에요? 제목이? 밤양갱이에요? 이름이? 노래 이름이 밤양갱이에요? 내가 밤양갱송 한번 찾아서 꼭 들어볼게요. 그거 들으면은 아픈 게 싹 나을지도 몰라. 안에 있지? 야, 토마스 어딨어? 마티아스. 야.
What do you want?
How are you doing? Feeling better yet?
Aye, much better. I'm truly grateful. A bit longer and I'll be able to run back to the woods and carry on. Well, never mind. Very kind of you to look in on me.
Truth be told, I didn't come just for your health.
What do you need?
Well, I've heard tell there's work for fearless men who enjoy a bit of silver.
Ah, I believe I can help you with that. They used to frequent the tavern, but now they meet in the church.
The church?
Aye, that's right. The church is locked at night, but if you see a light, the door will be open. Go in there and wait. Say a prayer or something, and then you'll see.
That's it? I don't need to speak to anyone?
Just doing what I told you is enough. They'll give you a good look over and see if you've got the metal. Don't you worry about that.
All right, thank you.
You took care of me, why wouldn't I help you? Tit for tat, eh? See you later.
뭐야, 그러면은 한 방에 끝난 거죠? 이거 봐, 한 방에 다 끝났잖아. 한 방에 끝났네. 자, 그러면은 다음에 할 때는 여기에 가서 주든지 위치 알아내고 이제 주든지 위치 찾아가서 뭐 또 이거저거 할 거를 찾아봐야겠죠. 그러니까 오늘은 여기까지 하는 걸로 하고 방송을 종료하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 이렇게 해서 저장을 하고 아이 뭐예요 여기.
나는 흐르려는 눈물을 참고 하려던 일을 어렵게 누르고 그래 미안해라는 한마디로 너랑 나는 날들 마무리했었지. 달디 달고 달디 달고 달리던 밤양갱
밤양갱 이러네.
내가 먹고 싶었던 건 달디던 밤양갱 나는 길에 네가 내게 말했지 너는 바라는 게 너무나 많아. 만약 내가 늘 바란 건 하나야 한 개뿐이야.
밤양갱 야, 사라르님 하지 말래니까는 또 해주셨어. 왜? 아유, 고맙죠. 고마운데 하지 말래니까 왜 돈 아깝게 또 했대 또. 아유, 참. 감사합니다. 자, 어찌됐든 오늘은 여기까지 하는 걸로 하고요. 아유 감사합니다. 오늘은 진짜 달디단 밤양갱 한번 먹으러 가봐야겠네. 안되겠다. 그리고 진짜 아쉬운 게 내가 분명히 이거 내가 요즘에 되게 그게 많이 날카롭잖아요. 저작권. 분명히 저작권 때문에 아마 노래소리는 안 나올 거예요. 분명 할 거야 이거. 얘들 이거 저작권 있을 거 아니야. 밤양갱 있나 없나? 아이 뭐 아니 그건 상관없어요. 저작권 저것만 하면 끄면 끄기만 하면 되니까. 아마 아니 상관없다니까요. 아니 상관없어요. 그거 저기 그게 노래 같은 게 만약에 저작권이 걸린 노래가 만약에 들어갔을 때 그게 메시지가 떠요. 이게 지금 저작권이 걸려있는 노래가 있습니다. 뭐가 어쩌고 저쩌고 이렇게 있습니다. 그러면은 그거를 어떻게 하시겠습니까? 라는 메시지가 뜨거든요. 그러면은 거기에서 그거를 끄기만 하면 돼요. 노래 안 나오게 아예 음성이나 뭐 그 사운드를 싹 지워버리는 것도 있는데 요즘은 많이 좋아져 가지고 예. 요즘에는 많이 좋아져 가지고 우리가 지금 말하고 있는 부분들은 남아 있고 노래만 사라지게 해주는 경우도 있더라고요. 근데 그거는 케바케더라고요. 케바케. 아니에요. 그런 건 없어요. 시꺼베 아유 그런 거 없어요. 걱정하지 마세요. 그런 건 없어요. 노래 들어가면 항상 제가 그 노래 그것 때문에 저거를 이렇게 하는 게 있다니까요. 노래 부분만 삭제할 수도 있고 그러는 거니까 걱정 안 하셔도 돼요. 그리고 이미 또 사르르님이 1,000원이란 돈을 써가면서까지 해줬는데 그게 뭐가 미안해요. 오히려 저한테 감사한 거죠. 아유 참 하지 말래니까 돈 아깝게 그 돈으로 밤양갱 하나 더 사 먹을 수 있는 거 아니에요. 밤양갱 더 하나 사 먹을 수 있는 걸 왜 그걸 날 줘. 자, 난 우리 사르르님이 밤양갱을 하나를 더 먹는 게 좋지 나한테 이렇게 하는 것보다는 사르르님이 밤양갱 하나라도 더 먹는 게 더 좋아요. 아셨죠? 하여튼 내 오늘 들어볼게요. 밤양갱 그거 한번 들어볼게요. 감사합니다. 자 그러면은 오늘은 여기까지 하는 걸로 하고 자 엔딩 멘트하고 방송 종료를 하도록 하겠습니다. 자 죄송합니다. 자 2024년 3월 26일 예 오늘은요 킹덤 컴 딜리버런스 27일차를 진행을 했습니다. 오늘 이렇게 또 같이 함께 해주신 우리 프리오넬님 그리고 진관님 또 잠깐 출석 도장만 찍고 가셨지만 진관님 그리고 사르르님 그리고 또 그 외에 봐주시고 계신 여러 시청자분들 진심으로 감사합니다. 오늘을 여러분들과 이렇게 함께 마무리할 수 있게 돼서 정말 영광이었고 감사하게 생각합니다. 자, 언제나 시청해주신 시청자분들 행복이 가득하시길 바라고요. 저는 지금까지 레드기어 TV의 레드기어였습니다. 시청해주신 여러분 진짜 진심으로 감사드립니다. 저는 내일 또 찾아뵙도록 하고요. 내일 모레는 아마 28일? 3월 28일인가 3월 29일에 엑스박스 게임 패스로 디아블로가 들어온다고 해요. 그래서 아마 디아블로를 아마 찍먹으로 한번 해볼 것 같아요. 디아블로를 아마 계속 하진 않을 것 같고 한번 찍먹으로 다시 한번 해보려고 할 것 같아요. 디아블로 4가 나온다고 하는데 그래도 한번 해봐야죠. 그래가지고 디아블로 해보고 디아블로는 진짜 순전히 찍먹으로만 할 거고 길게 안 할 겁니다. 예. 그거 말고도 길게 해야 될 게임들이 지금 온라인 모드 들어간 게 있잖아요. 지금 레드데드 온라인이 있는데 그거 레드데드 온라인 하는 것도 바쁠 텐데 걔까지 온라인 한다고 잡고 있으면은 답 안 나올 거예요, 뻔히. 그러니까는 레드데드 온라인에 온라인 게임을 차라리 하는 걸로 집중을 하는 걸로 하는 게 나을 것 같고, 뭐 그렇다고 해서 레드데드 온라인은 뭐 계속 하는 것도 아니고 지금 해야 될 게 산더미 같이 쌓여 있는데 그리고 몸 좋을 때는 저기도 해야 되니까 낮에 또 공포 게임도 해야 되니까 정신 없습니다. 그나저나 몸 상태가 좀 오늘 밤 좀 지나고서라도 좀 괜찮아졌으면 좋겠는데 빨리 일찍 자고 내일 좀 더 힘찬 아침을 맞이할 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그럼 안녕히 주무시고요. 자, 저는 내일 또 찾아뵙도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다. 안녕히 주무세요. 감사합니다. 안녕히 주무세요. 레바. 저는 내일 뵙겠습니다. 자.